I was a boy in all this, all these dresses and stuff. When they removed my testicles, they changed the course of my life. I did not consent to that surgery.
I remember when my friends first started getting their period, and they would start asking me for tampons. And I would never need a tampon because I don't get my period. I don't have a uterus, I don't have ovaries. There would be nowhere for a period to come from. And yet I started carrying around tampons because I had to keep up this facade. I would have to take these pills or use dilators. They're these medical produced dildos because they want to make sure that your vagina is big enough to have penetrative sex with a man. I couldn't even share that experience with my parents. The doctors told me to do that. And I was 11 or 12, using these dildos alone in a closet in my house.
I had an ultrasound performed on me. I just remember this technician just going over the same, my groin, over and over again with this icy cold probe and the gel, and I just remember all these students gathered around me watching. After some time I kicked one of them and I was just my testicles are not there. Just please leave me alone.
I grew up with this belief that okay, I have this condition, I need to sort of keep it to myself. Doctors would tell my mom, oh, people won't understand. Never talk about this with lay people, only talk about it with physicians.
I had never heard the word intersex in my life. I was told that I had a problem, that I was being fixed, and that I should never tell anyone about it. Because if I did, then I would not be able to find a husband if they knew what I was.
I don't think anyone explicitly told me to keep it a secret. However, why would anybody want to talk about not having testicles in high school? At 15 or 16, I had the surgery to put prosthetic testicles inside of me. None of my doctors said, to have any kind of emotional or psychological support throughout any of it. I was looking at ways to cope with just this huge secret. This body was a problem that needed to be fixed, and the fixing had to be a secret.
Why does my brother not know about this? Why is there so much shame surrounding this that even within our own family we can't talk about it?
Secrecy has been just as big a part of medical treatment of intersex kids as the surgery has been. The idea being that if they knew about their medical or surgical history, then they would question their gender identity. Within the context of, mid-century America and a drive for a really binary assignment, that ambivalence was thought to be totally counterproductive to someone growing up identifying as essentially straight and cisgender. So in practice, virtually every child born with an intersex condition, that information was withheld for them. In my own case, I was identified as having an intersex variation when I was 6 years old. My parents are both physicians, and everything that they read in medical textbooks and heard from my physicians said, you should not tell her this about herself.
If you had to act out, what was the message about how open you should be about being intersex?
Oh.
Yeah, totally.
I'm not here. No, don't.